Am I in the frame? Hey everybody, it's me! I'm back! That's right, I'm here, and guess what? I'm not just back for one consecutive time like I was earlier in the year for the April Fool's video that I did where I came back randomly. Nope, I'm here to stay for a whole month. A 1 month deal that you can't offer. It's 1 month only. In my head, I'm picturing this as one of those commercials where you have the guy, he's very loud. He's like, this is a one-time offer. You can't resist it. I was imagining this bit for some reason exactly the way that those commercials would go. I don't think it's turning out like that. Anyway, I'm back for a month. Why a month, you might ask? Well, because for a whole month I'm giving you some Wild Review entertainment. I'm doing another mini special series. In fact, you could consider it a sequel or a spin-off. Any one of those will do. So if you remember, one of the major last things that I did on the Wild Review platform was a little series called 25 Wild Christmas Review Days. That was a long Christmas that year. That was a little special mini-series that I created separate from the actual Wild Review series, where for 25 consecutive days from December 1st all the way to Christmas Day, I made a Wild Review video discussing a different Christmas film. Each day was a different film, and I never missed a day, and I think it came out pretty good. It seems red in this room for some reason. Maybe that's just the lighting. So here's the little thought process. I considered doing a sequel to 25 Wild Christmas Review Days. You know, do an extra 25 because there are a bunch of different holiday films that I did not touch upon. But last October, I had an idea that I'm now stuck doing because I think it'd be pretty interesting. I thought instead of doing same old Christmas like I did in 2018, maybe I spice it up and do a different holiday. What if I gave Halloween a try? And that's exactly what I'm doing. And kind of the main point of this little teaser announcement video. For the whole month of October, I'm giving you a little series called 31 Wild Halloween Review Nights. So it's basically the exact same concept. For the whole month of October, you're going to be getting one video each day. I'm going to discuss and give my opinion on a different Halloween film / TV special, which I guess maybe I should talk about a little because I did kind of have a little challenge when putting this project together. There's a huge difference between Christmas media and Halloween media, and that's something that I actually find really interesting about these two holidays. These are the two dominant holidays that take over TV specials or film productions. You know, if you create a story around a Christmas character, like if it's about an elf or Santa Claus, or it takes place around Christmas time, or if it takes place on Christmas itself, it can be argued to be a Christmas film, even if Christmas is in the title. I just look at Hallmark and Lifetime. They got a huge catalog. They got more than Disney probably does. In fact, Disney might own some of those films at this point. I don't know if that's accurate, but I wouldn't be surprised. Disney owns everything now. Halloween is very different in that sense, because Halloween isn't a genre of films like Christmas is. Halloween focuses on the idea of being scared, horror. Well, we have a genre that focuses on that, and that's the horror film genre. And there are God knows how many horror films out there. I mean, there's even horror film series. You have Nightmare on Elm Street, the Halloween films, Chucky, Jason, Saw. You have all these different horror films that honestly are probably watched around this time of year. I mean, people love getting into the horror and spooky vibe of October. That's basically what October is all about. Once it hits October, you either go two ways. Either you consider it just to be another month, or you see it as spooky month. Yeah, it's very rare, especially nowadays, you would see a film like you would a Christmas film that takes place on Halloween, that focuses around a Halloween element. You know, I'm not saying that there aren't, because I've definitely found some, but there's definitely more films that surround the holiday of Christmas rather than the ones that focus on Halloween. All those horror films I mentioned, those can fall into Halloween films, but those films, you know, some of them really don't have much to do with Halloween. You know, I didn't want to look at just plain horror films. I didn't want to watch the Chucky series because it's a horror film. I didn't want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street because it's a horror film. I want to watch some Halloween stuff. Things that will get me in the mood for Halloween, not just generic horror films. You know, also because I'm not a big horror film guy, so I wouldn't have fun with those films. I'm not scared. I just don't want to watch them because I'm not scared. I don't want to watch them. Much like how all the Christmas films I talked about revolved around Christmas or had something to do with Christmas, I want the things that I talk about for this Halloween project to revolve around Halloween. If it doesn't surround a story that takes place on Halloween, then it at least can be something that is relevant to Halloween. Some of the first films I'm talking about in this series have a connection with the Halloween season, specifically the icons that we associate with the holiday. And because there aren't a lot of films that I can watch that surround Halloween or get me into a Halloween festive mood when I watch them, I'm also going to be sharing this series with a bunch of television specials, not just ones that we probably all know, but even lost and forgotten ones that don't get spoken about as much and actually are seen as lost and forgotten things. Yeah, I kind of already said that. There's really no other way I can phrase that. But that's what's going on. That's what the deal is. So starting October 1st, all the way until Halloween Day, which is on a Saturday this year. Oh, that's going to be fun. The whole month of October, you are getting 31 Wild Halloween Review Nights, a special mini-series dedicated just to Halloween content. Halloween films, Halloween specials, Halloween. So that's the deal. That's what's going on. If you like Halloween and you don't mind hearing me talk for a good 10 minutes each video, you might enjoy this series. Especially if you want to get into the Halloween spirit this year, or if you're just curious what kind of stuff is good to watch around this time of year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it too. So let's just get the ball moving, shall we? That's something that I say. Do people say that phrase? I don't think so. I say it. 31 nights in October, 31 different stories to look at. This is 31 Wild Halloween Review Nights.
You're stuck inside and you can't get
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I'm a witch. It's a switch. See what you can be. That's Halloween. Witch magic Halloween.
It's the great pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin pie!
Halloween. Witch magic Halloween.